Okay, we're live. Well, not live, but we're live. Okay, now what I discovered is I needed to cut this back just about a ½ inch from the original angle on that edge. All right, and so this is an angle finder. This will pivot and you can adjust it. And so in order for this to line up and fall in the middle of the overhead shower curb, I have to cut it back about ½ inch. And so that way it'll be perfect where it needs to be. The tile that's going to go on the sides and inside and outside of the upper shower curb, it'll all be lined up and perfectly in place and be perfectly centered. And it'll be exactly like it's supposed to be. So this is the adjustment I needed to make. And these are the things, nobody's really showing you, keeping it real. And I'm learning all this. I do custom woodworking, which gives me the skills and the understanding I need to get the job done. I'm sure there are techniques and easier ways to go about this maybe for someone that does tiling every day, which I truly respect them for what they do. And so it's been a huge learning curve for me. I'm really glad I had the tiling experience under me. Not tiling, custom staircases under me that gave me the knowledge and ability to do this. I've already made my mark here on the tape, okay? But this will adjust to any angle. It's an angle finder, okay? And how this works is you lay the back to where you want it, okay? And then you take this piece, the edge, and you just fold it to that angle, okay? And here we have this angle, and it works just that easy. Then you tighten this down if it's too loose, or you need to, however, whatever you need to do. But there's that angle, so I could duplicate this angle without a problem on another piece if I needed to, and that holds it, So this is a nice little invention somebody came up with some time ago. So this is where I'm going to get the posit and then splice this in on my next video. I'm doing the overhead and getting it all lined up and in place after I mix the mud. Okay. Now while I'm here, I'm going to show you something. This table, this is an older saw. It's an MK. It's a very well-made saw. That's like a 1.5 horse, I believe. Big motor. It'll cut just about anything. But my table's warped, all right? And when I put a full piece of tile across here, it wants to wobble back and forth. And so I've got this rubber. This was for a gas tank, actually, a seal. But the thickness is about right. So I kind of double these up and adjust them, lay my whole sheet of tile on there. And it takes out the wobble in the tile because of the warp in the table. So I'm just showing you a little bit of info here. Again, just trying to educate and teach, help you whatever way I can while doing this. So, all right, no further ado, I'm going to catch you on the next one. And I should be able to splice them together so one continuous video, and it saves all the unnecessary stuff, which is much better. All right, so with no further ado, I'm out of here. Catch you on the next one. I'm just keeping it real and never give up because there's always a way. God bless. Bye for now. And keep it real. Okay, I've mixed up this thin set and I've made it really super thick. This is for the overhead. I mean, this is like mud thick, okay? And that's really how you want it. If not, it has a tendency from the weight to pull itself down. the tile has a tendency to want to drop, so you really want this stuff thick. Okay. Well, I don't want to set this camera where you're just looking at the ceiling. I'm trying to avoid that. All right. All right, now let me clean this up a bit right here. Okay. Now, let's get that on there. All right. Now, we're going to take this, we're going to put it we back butted our tile. It's real important if you're doing these large format tiles like I'm using. Okay. Also, when we're going overhead, you want this extra thick. Okay, I've got a gap in here, so I'm filling this gap up. All right. Right here. So I'm dropping this. Okay, you really want to get in there and fill that. Okay, so I'm getting that gap filled in. Here we go. Getting that gap nice and filled. First things first. All right, now. Okay, gotta get some more up there. So, let's get some of this. All right, now. Get that spread across. Okay, getting that spread across in there. All right, now, I'm sorry. I believe I've got almost enough there. Okay, here more. All right. Now we can take our trowel and we can get it troweled. All right. You want the thin set to have a nice tight connection all the way across. You really don't want any holes underneath or any gaps. As well as in this case, we do not want it to pull loose at all. All right. So we are making sure that that's not going to happen. Okay, I find if we do it sideways, it makes it easier at this point. All right. Now, let's take this tile. in place. Okay, get that pushed up where it's level here at the joint. All right, see, it's holding. And yes, it's a slight lip there. That's why I use little tape. Okay, as you see back here on this edge. All right, I've got a little bit of adjustment because it's a little too close, but that's an easy fix. Let me see if I can zoom out. That's about all I can zoom out. Okay. All right, so there we have it. All right, this is level here. Okay, I've got to put some tape so that this stays right in its proper position, and it also helps to support it as it dries. Okay, I'll show you what I've done over here. Since I don't have all of the parts I need for the leveling shims, I'm missing this piece here. This goes back behind the tile, and you shove your shim through it, and it locks it in, pulls it down, levels it out. Here I improvised. I've got shim going in at the top, one at the bottom, keeping the gap, and then here this worked the best on the side. And you can see the tape and the tape. When I put my tile in up here, I'll remove the tape, and the tile will, and the spacers will hold that up there where it belongs, and this is setting, so I shouldn't have any issues. So let's step back so you can see the overview here. Okay, I've got to get that taped. I got to make some adjustments on that last piece, but the top is now complete. I'm about ready to celebrate. That was a chore, but not too bad. It was a slight challenge, but if you watch all these videos, I think I have about 8 of them. I haven't been counting. I'm guessing there's about 8. Now the next pieces that I'm going to do here, this is the reversed shower curb. I can't zoom out any more than this. I'm sorry. Okay, this is going to be an enclosed shower. All right. And I got my shower seat here. It's full of tile and pieces that I'm in the middle of using, unfortunately. If I was at someone's house, I'd have to keep everything really neat and clean. So I'm at home. And this will be filled with thin set. There's a gap you see here. All right, any gaps you see up here will all be filled with thin set. It'll be all solid. And I might even use this concrete leveling mix that I have. I was going to use some stuff that had concrete with fiberglass in it to float it, but they put this concrete over the foam, not foam, but the styrofoam that's on the outside of homes now. It's no longer wood, and you see this real fancy detailing protruding out from the wall or on a house. It's no longer wood, it's styrofoam, and they coat it with this concrete, and it works really well for floating. Then I've sealed it with this Flex Seal. Okay, this Flex Seal is pretty good for all types of multiple uses. Or you use the Mapes, but Mapes is this green you see here that I sealed my shower with. Might look black to you, I don't know. But nonetheless, so for floating it and doing a quick seal, I just used the Flex Seal. That ought to be perfectly fine. and this is concrete. And again, it's what they use to go over the styrofoam trim that they put on homes nowadays. So it works really good to float with. All right, so I guess that pretty well sums it up for now. And, well, comment, tell me what you think, share. If you watch all the videos, highlight them at least, you'll be gaining quite a bit of information. The next thing I'm going to do is the floor, is the shower pan tiling. So that'll be the next on the agenda, and then I will be showing you how to bullnose this edge here. We're going to do a wrap, well, half of it. It's a quarter round. It's going to wrap over, all right. And I'll be using a grinder with a diamond blade to do that and show you how it's done. So stay tuned, and that'll be down on the shower curb at the bottom. That's where I'm going to do that. On this section here, just so you understand what's happening here, excuse me, on this wall I'm going to put a piece of tile to finish off this corner, and it's going to come up and meet like this, okay? I don't like it, but that's how it was in the beginning, just because of the angle here. It's what it creates. And so I'm going to have to round those over and get creative with this all the way up and then all the way down to the bottom here at this corner. All right, so that's that. That's going to be fun. It's going to be a nice challenge. So, looking forward to hearing from you. Anybody, Buffalo Tile, if you have an idea or a way to fix this 15-20 degree angle here where these corners meet, I'm all ears. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of my community. I value everyone. You know, together we can do this, and united we stand. So keep up the good work, and let's do this. Bye for now. God bless, and just keeping it real. Bye. Okay, we have this shower curb and end wall here, complete with the overhead. This is the end product. Shoot, my lighting is not always something, right? The lighting isn't giving me the right angle. That's better. Okay, well, there's the end wall. Okay, here's the overhang that we're going to have to match up. From this wall, it's going to have to slide over and connect there to this edge. But nonetheless, here's the overhang, the reverse curbing. All right, again, here's the wall. It's now complete. I've ended up using these shims as spacers, which work really well. Then up here, all right, and then here and across. All right, this really came out really well. Okay, and so, you know, I'm glad I'm able to show you this whole entire finished, the next step from where we left off. Okay, and so that's that. Next will be this up here, but that'll be one of the last things that I work on. I gotta get this interior first and get get that finished up there. But nonetheless, this is the most important part. I can now have my glass ordered. I can order my glass. I am jazzed all the way around. All the way around. Okay. This is a slight angle up here. I wasn't able to show you. There's 5/8 difference between, this would be the long point, and this is a short point. There's a 5/8 difference between one side to the other. So I came to this short point, I pulled, came down 5/8 of an inch, marked it, and scribed from this corner to the 5/8 mark. You can still see my scribe mark right there at the end. Okay? But that was left like that on purpose because that's beyond 5/8 of an inch. So anyways, that was just a marker for me. So that's what I did is I went from this long point, came drop down 5/8 of an inch, marked it, scribed across, and cut it. And it fits like a glove. It looks really nice. And this joint here looks really good. That looks really good. And so I'm jazzed. It's not perfect, but it is doable. And for my first one, I'm happy with it. You know? So, there it is. I look forward to getting this complete. And then those of you that have been following this, you'll be able to see the finished product. I got this here to go down here, all right, along that back wall, side wall, this section in here, all right. This is my light. This is a real dark shower. I have a real nice rain shower. It's a foot square, and I custom no, I didn't custom paint that. That came in bronze, red bronze. Anyways, I have done some custom painting on a couple of them that normally they're white, which I can show you in the next few videos or whenever I happen to think about it while I'm working. That's kind of cool because you can only buy them white, and I made them a rubbed oil bronze look. So anyways, there you go. So not to bore you, I am out of here. God bless, take care, keep looking up. Bye for now. And I'm just keeping it embarrassingly honest, keeping it real. Bye.